Look, this is going to make the LA Times.
Concern growing about Malibu's Planning Commission. Do certain members have a conflict of interest when voting on city projects?
And market move. With the city permit about to expire for the Malibu Farmers Market, what's next for the beloved Sunday event?
Plus, it might be fall, but it's about to feel more like summer. The weather heat up that's on the way.
Hop on the treadmill, do some runs, get back on the bike.
And from the red carpet to the course, celebs showing off their strength for good in Malibu. Newswaves at 5 starts now.
Malibu's only live newscast. This is Newswaves 32, live.
Conflict of interest. An attorney says Malibu City Planning Commissioners are violating state regulations. Good evening, I'm Joe Allgood.
And I'm Carolyn Kimball. Welcome to Newswaves. The Planning Commission met for the first time last night since receiving notice about the possible violations. Abby Wilt talked to the attorney and is here with the details. Abby?
Thanks, Carolyn. I spoke with Ann Ravel, who lives in Northern California, and says she is passionate about the ethics of local government, which is why she is bringing to attention a possible violation of the California FPPC regulations on the financial conflict of interest rule. A potentially serious violation for the Malibu Planning Commission.
All the people of this state should be concerned.
Two planning commissioners, Skylar Peak and Dennis Smith, are being accused of a conflict of interest.
This is not something that we take lightly.
For serving on the Planning Commission while working as contractors in the city.
That is a conflict of interest, is it not?
The argument is that as commissioners, Peak and Smith may vote on development projects relating to their work as contractors and could vote in favor of their own financial gain.
If she does come out to be correct, we're going to look really bad.
Ann Ravel, who was appointed to the Federal Election Commission by President Obama and now teaches at Berkeley Law, wrote a letter to the City Council about her concerns.
She's an expert on financial conflict of interest law.
Ravel says she is filing a complaint with the California Policies Fair Practices Commission next week, who will then read the complaint, investigate it, and make a decision.
These issues about integrity of government officials is really important.
Former Mayor Bruce Silverstein, also an attorney, said having Peak and Smith on the Planning Commission is putting the city in danger and could make residents not trust in their local government.
Anyone whose livelihood depends on making money on development, be them a developer or a contractor, has an inherent conflict of interest.
Peak and Smith remain adamant they are not voting to help themselves out.
The honor of sitting up here and being chosen is way over me trying to go get some work. It's kind of funny that they think that.
I don't see the conflict that you're alleging at all.
City Council members so far are split on the issue, with some wanting to be sure this is actually a violation.
If it's not valid and isn't supported by law, then we shouldn't respond. We shouldn't make a big deal out of it.
While others remain worried.
This is going to make the LA Times.
Silverstein is calling for discussion on the topic at next week's City Council meeting, but last night, Assistant City Attorney Patrick Donegan said Peak and Smith can and should continue to serve on the commission and do not need to abstain from voting on projects unless they have a direct conflict of interest in them. Back to you, Joe and Carolyn.
Thank you, Abby, for that report. October is already bringing increased fire danger.
Emma is here early with details on the expected Santa Ana wind event. Emma?
That's right. Starting today, the weather is warming up and Santa Ana wind conditions will be here at the end of the week. Today is a transition day where we are moving out of an area of low pressure, that one that brought us rain in over the weekend, and high pressure now building in from Nevada. It's pushing dry air out towards the ocean, warming it up on the way. By the end of the week, the temperatures will reach 80s and 90s in some nearby areas. Some areas may also see elevated fire danger. The good news is brush in Malibu isn't anywhere near dangerous levels. That's it for now. I'll be back in about 5 minutes for your full forecast. Until then, Joe, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Emma. Tomorrow, FEMA will test a nationwide emergency alert system. What does that mean for you? You may receive a text alert with a unique tone and vibration. The alert will be sent at about 11:20 a.m., but officials say this will just be a test, so no action is needed.
Tens of thousands of Kaiser employees in multiple states, including California, are preparing to strike tomorrow. The three-day strike involving 75,000 employees is in protest of unfair labor practices and short staffing. Negotiations continue between the hospital and the union. Kaiser says they are optimistic they can avoid a strike, but the union is putting out plans for the start of the strike set to begin at 6 a.m. tomorrow. If the strike happens, hospitals and emergency departments will remain open. Non-urgent appointments, however, may be rescheduled.
And the Planning Commission needs more information before it will approve an improvement project for Lechuza Beach. The MRCA wants to improve public access at the beach at 4 spots. The plan includes adding ADA-compliant parking, a bathroom, and redoing a dangerous steep staircase. The MCRA also agreed to put up gates at public access points that will be locked at night. But with no official plan for dealing with sea rise and a prediction that the new staircase may only last 25 years, the planning commissioners pushed back last night, saying they need more information on what the ADA requirements are for beaches before a decision will be made.
The Malibu Farmers Market is set to change locations again. Sahana Patel joins us live with an update. Sahana?
Thanks, Carolyn. The Malibu Farmers Market has been hosted here in this LA County-owned parking lot for almost 20 years. But while the Santa Monica College was under construction, the market was moved across the street to Legacy Park. The temporary city permit is expiring this Saturday, and the market is set to move back here. But with this move comes a lot of controversy.
With locally grown, farm-fresh fruits and vegetables and handmade clothes, the Malibu Farmers Market is a Sunday favorite. Since last December, the city has been allowing the nonprofit Cornucopia Foundation to host the market in Legacy Park, a cooler, non-concrete location that many market goers have grown to love.
I like it better. I like it better. I'm always a shade-seeking missile because of my complexion, so I love that there's a lot of shade here.
Others like the more versatile options offered at the Legacy Park setup.
Yeah, there's definitely more vendors that I like here. More clothes, more food. It's really good.
Vendors agree that there are more options for visitors due to the size of the park.
Space-wise, it's a longer stretch because of the pathway, but yeah, I think this side is much bigger.
Song says the change hasn't impacted her gourmet pickle business, but it feels like the community is different at Legacy Park.
Personal opinion, this is a much better community on this side. People can bring their dogs, and it's, part of the park, so there's much better scenery.
Although the move isn't perfect, Hans believes that as long as the market keeps its sense of community, the change won't be drastic.
As long as the amount of vendors and the people still show up, I don't think it should be that big of a deal, but definitely not ideal.
This move is not ideal, according to the head of the Cornucopia Foundation, Deborah Bianco. The county has issued a day use plan for the Civic Center parking lot, but this changes the layout of the market and takes away space, including this grass area here. I've been in contact with Deborah, and she says that she still has no idea when the market will be moving and where it will be this weekend. The city says that the market is changing. Thank you.
Thank you, Sahana. Hopefully they can come to an agreement and the market can continue. I know I speak for myself when I say I love it. It's a great part of the community here.
I do too. I'm just as excited to visit the new location.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, a new and improved place to play.
The small steps making a local park even better and more kid-friendly.
Plus, Malibu has always been home to the stars. This weekend was no exception. The events that had celebrities showing up and showing out for the community.
You can sit with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back. Right next to the dog park off Mulholland Highway, decisions are being made for a new playground, this one for kids. The Calabasas City Council approved plans for a permanent single-stalled restroom at Wild Walnut Park, which should be completed next year. The playground's location and design have been the subject of debate, but after getting feedback from the community, architects added more play equipment and amenities. Several council members requested dirt instead of wood chips in the dog park, as wooden mulch can be flammable. Last week, the council decided to look into safe, cost-effective alternatives to wood chips and approve funds for the bathroom. You know, it's been so cool lately, at least up until yesterday. I didn't even think of wood chips as a possible fire starter.
Yeah, the dirt honestly might be the best option.
Yeah,
A little less aesthetic.
Yeah, as it's warming up, I understand, Santa Ana winds can be dangerous. And you actually have a report for us on that, Emma. What can we expect?
Thanks, Joe. Santa Ana winds are warming up the weather.
Emma is back with your full forecast.
The combination of sunshine with the Santa Ana winds are creating early fall heat wave. Today in Malibu, the high is 71 degrees, but the sun and wind are making it feel like 81 degrees. Despite the warm afternoon, the morning and evening are cooler. Today's low is 60 degrees. Temperatures will continue to rise throughout the week as Santa Ana winds pick up. Today, there's a higher than usual humidity of 48%. Also, the wind is consistently at 6 miles per hour, but there have been gusts up to 17 miles per hour. The whole region is experiencing these warmer temperatures. In Santa Monica, there's a high of 72 degrees with a low of 61. As we move through the canyon, they're also experiencing very high temperatures up to the 80s. Calabasas has a high of 82 degrees with a drop-off to a low of 59. Agora Hills is experiencing a similar high of 82 and a chilly low of 56. Thousand Oaks is experiencing the heat wave with a high of 82 and a low of 56. Despite an increase of fire threat inland, the fire threat along the coast remains low. Also, don't put your beach gear away quite yet and take advantage of those high temperatures and the calm waves at the beach. The surf is looking gentle with waves between 1 to 2 feet, and tomorrow the waves will stay the same in that 1 to 2 feet range. Here we look ahead at the week and see the temperatures that are rolling in with the Santa Ana winds. Tomorrow we will have a high of 74 degrees and a low of 63. Thursday we will hit the 80s with a high of 81 and a low of 63. Friday, the heat will pick up with a high of 84 degrees and a low of 65. And Saturday looks comfortable with a high of 80 degrees and a low of 63.
Thank you, Emma, for that update. I know I will be taking advantage of the beach. How about you during this hot weather?
I think I have to, but hopefully they finish that park up soon so we can get there too.
Yeah, too bad it won't be for another year. And then there's some time for sports too coming up with this weather. So
yeah, great time to get out and play some pickleball.
let's see. Star-studded, how the Malibu Triathlon got some of the famous faces of Hollywood involved.
And Pepperdine steps into the limelight, the campus pickleball tournament that brought even more celebrities into town this weekend.
Can you consent with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book could be the first that helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Well, it was a big week for Malibu this weekend in terms of entertainment and celebrities. And Malibu shined bright with stars in town for some really good causes. Nora has an update for us on that. What did we see this weekend, Nora?
Yes, thank you, Joe. We'll get to that story in just a minute. But first, a new development in the civil trial against rapper Soulja Boy that started here in Malibu. A judge is allowing the rapper's ex-girlfriend Kayla Myers to take property, including cars and cash, from his LA home to satisfy a six-figure judgment she won against him. Soulja Boy claimed he could not pay the punitive damages, but the judge disagreed. Myers sued the rapper for a 2019 assault in which he held her hostage at a Malibu house party. Officers have now been ordered to seize assets from Soulja Boy's home and give them to Myers. In other news, a celebrity pickleball tournament and the 38th annual Malibu Triathlon this weekend was all about stars doing sports for good. Actor Chase Crawford was one of the stars who competed in the celebrity division of the Malibu Triathlon, showing support for Children's Hospital Los Angeles.
It's really important. They do great work here and raise a lot of money.
Former Bachelor Ben Higgins says the mix of people and the purpose make the Malibu Tri iconic.
To support kids is incredible and important, and it brings out all different types of people having a blast doing this amazing race.
The celebrity division race consisted of a half-mile swim, 9.6-mile adjusted bike ride, and a 4-mile run. And each star had a different pre-race routine.
Eat a lot of pasta. Just hop on the treadmill, do some runs, get back on the bike. And
I just drank a couple beers last night, went to bed at like 4 in the morning, woke up at 6.
So who would these stars pick for their ultimate race mates? Crawford called on his Gossip Girl castmates.
I don't know, maybe Blake, Penn. They all could do it. They could all do it. I know you guys can do it. Come on.
Timothy Oliphant chose his Daisy Jones and the Six castmate.
I think Keo is going to ride. Riley brings it.
And Diplo would recruit a fellow DJ.
Who's a fit DJ? He's fit. Calvin Harris is really good. Really good soccer player.
From the race course to the pickleball court. Former Bachelor and professional football player Colton Underwood hosted an important event at Pepperdine.
We're raising money and attention for mental health resources for college athletes.
Professional athletes and celebrities, including Fifth Harmony's Dinah Jane, former NBA player Jason Collins, and pro golfer Michelle Wie paddled for purpose for the Teams Act.
Teams Act, for me, is about supporting the student athletes in college and just being there for them and providing extra resources.
The legislation was just introduced in Congress, and for Colton, it's personal.
I went through my own mental health struggles, and our country is going through them right now. And I want to be an advocate. I want to let people know that they're not alone.
Our very own Pepperdine team took home the pickleball trophy, and just this morning, Underwood announced his upcoming feature documentary that will discuss college athletes and mental health. Also, the Malibu Triathlon raised $1.2 million for pediatric cancer research.
Wow, talk about some star power this weekend, Nora. That's incredible.
Yeah, and as for the celebrities who did the triathlon, I mean, who needs an Emmy or a Grammy award when you have a triathlon medal around your neck?
Yeah, did Chase Crawford, did he do well in the swimming portion of the triathlon?
He did the bike. He's a bike guy. Yes, but he did do well.
If he was a water-based superhero, he would be swimming as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Nora.
Well, speaking of sports, two top-ranked local schools face off in a homecoming football game.
And we wear pink on Tuesdays here at Newswaves, especially when celebrating Mean Girls.
Can you consent with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book could be the funnest kind of thing. Helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Surf's Up Malibu. The World Surf League Longboard Championships are in Malibu from today until the 13th. The top 8 men and women longboarders are set to compete for the world title in a one-day winner-take-all competition. This will take place on Malibu's First Point Beach, and the event will be split up into 5 matches. Match 1 and 2 will be 3-person competitions, with winners moving on to the next round. Match 3 and 4 will be 1-on-1, with the title match being a best of 3, head-to-head. And while that is a 3-day competition, or there's a window of time, they're not competing today. It'll be whenever the conditions are right for it. So
gives me some time to plan a little chunk to go.
train up, yeah. And so keep an eye out at First Point Beach. If you see some champions there, know that that's what's going on. And in addition to surfing, there's a lot of other sports stuff going on. Jenna, you have the scoop for us on that. What can we expect?
Well, let's start with high school football. A lopsided victory for the Oaks Christian Lions, who dominated the Calabasas Coyotes. Colin has the highlights on that. Colin?
Thanks, Jenna. Crosstown rivals Oaks Christian and Calabasas High matched up in their homecoming game on Friday. Oaks Christian opened up the scoring with a touchdown from 4-star running back Deshaun Rideau after Calabasas responded quickly with a touchdown. Oaks Christian went on to score 49 unanswered points for a final score of 56-8. Missing from the Calabasas lineup was Colorado commit Aaron Butler, who has decided to forego the final 5 games of his senior season in order to prepare for his collegiate career. This win advances Oaks Christian to 4-2 and puts Calabasas at 2-4. Back to you, Jenna.
Thank you, Colin. The NCAA banned substances list could soon be seeing a drastic change. The committee met at the end of September to propose the removal of marijuana from the list. The drug is now recreationally legal in 23 states, forcing the NCAA to reconsider their drug testing policies. They recognize this drug as non-performance enhancing and thus proposed it should be removed from the list. College student athletes could be seeing this change after a decision by the 3 divisions is made. And Nora just showed us the more famous faces of Malibu's triathlon, but let's take a look at the serious athletes. The much anticipated event took place this weekend as the Olympic distance concluded on Saturday and the classic distance on Sunday. Aside from those distances, groups were also able to partake in a relay-style race where each member runs one of the disciplines. The Olympic distance ended in a win from New Zealand's Hayden Wilde, while France's Cassandre Beaugrand took first on the women's side. And welcome to New York. Taylor Swift was in attendance this weekend at the Jets and Chiefs game as the sparks fly between her and tight end Travis Kelce.
Here's Taylor Swift and the VIPs who are here watching. A little closer game here tonight.
Both NFL fans and Swifties took quick notice of these new romantics at these last 2 games. The couple drew in new attention for the NFL, with the game becoming the most watched Sunday program since the Super Bowl in February, as 27 million people tuned into the game. Over the past 2 weekends, Kelce saw a nearly 400% increase in jersey sales, and his podcast shot to #1 on the charts.
Well, Jenna, I never thought I'd see the day when NFL and Taylor Swift fans overlapped.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't imagine that in my wildest dreams.
That is unique. And, you know, for those who are losing to the Chiefs while Taylor is watching, hopefully you can shake it off. Sorry, I had to do it. Well, thank you so much.
Didn't know you were a fan, Joe.
A little bit. I listen sometimes. Thank you so much, Jenna, for that update. And I hope you're wearing pink today.
On October 3rd, he asked me what day it was. It's October 3rd. It's good. I think I'm joining the athletes.
October 3rd has been officially designated as Mean Girls Day since the iconic movie's release in 2004. If you want to be part of the celebration, be sure to wear pink, go shopping with your loser friends, or even dress up as Santa Claus and perform Jingle Bell Rock. Just make sure to join fans today and watch the movie to be truly fetch. Well, that is definitely in my plans for later today. I'll be rewatching Mean Girls for sure.
Yeah, I think we missed the dress pink memo. At least I did.
I don't have a pink tie, but I am wearing pink
shoot.
socks. You can't see them, but I am wearing them. So
I think we'll have to see it to believe it. Maybe next week.
next week, yeah. Well, that'll do it for us this evening.
Have a great night.
You can sit with me.